Hello, my beautiful collective. Today I'm doing a pick a pile reading. You'll pick your pile according to your zodiac sign or your person's zodiac sign. We're going to take a look at what's happened in the recent past between you, their feelings, their thoughts, everything you need to know about this connection. All right. What is fated to happen between you? What is the karma between you that you need to be aware of? Will they come back if there's separation? And will they take that next step if you guys are not in separation, but there's a crossing and you're wondering, you've got some questions and you're wondering if they're going to take that next step with you. All right? That is what this reading is about. So I'm reading for Pisces, Gemini, and Taurus. So if these signs resonate with you, then you already know where your reading may be. If you're new to my channel, I'm High Priestess Elif, and I welcome you to evolve with me. These messages are to serve you as a soul having a human experience, not to hinder. So, trust your guidance system. Welcome your guides and keepers into the space. Take a nice deep breath and ask them to guide you. If the message resonates, claim it without a doubt. If it doesn't, it's probably not for you. Don't force it. And if it triggers, it is yours. That is where your work begins. Even though when we're triggered, everything inside of us wants to reject the trigger. That's where your work begins. That's where your medicine lies. That's where your growth resides. Okay. So if you're new and you enjoy the energy, I hope you decide to become a part of the community. Click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can receive notification whenever I go live. And if you do decide to subscribe, go to the link in the description box that takes you to my newsletter. Join the newsletter and I will contact you so that you can choose between one of two free gifts. The general reading where I look into your health, love, and money. It's an introductory reading where I look at just the general overall energy to give you some insight, or the soul imprint scan. It's a tool for self-assessment so that you can know exactly where your inner being's guiding you towards, what your body is calling for you to focus on for your growth, expansion, and manifestations, where you want to release blockage as well. So very, very good tool that. Okay. Returning subscribers, always good to have you here. Thank you so much for your love and support on my channel. Please remember that I am doing a giveaway every month to those of you who have decided to support my channel by watching 3 videos or more in support of my health. I'm not able to upload every day. I'm not able to do each and every one of the zodiac signs. This is why I'm trying this style right now, where I'm doing 3 signs in one reading. And I think it might be how I do my zodiacs moving forward, so that I am making the most of the time that I do have to read, because I don't have the energy and I'm not always well enough. And because I do this full time. So if you have decided to support the channel by watching 3 or more videos, I want to thank you with a free reading or a coaching session. So you could win a free reading or a coaching session. Just let me know in the comment section when you've watched a video that it's your second, third, fourth, fifth, so I know. But when you get to your 3rd video, I will put you into the lucky draw. And then just keep a lookout for when I comment on your comments, because I will post it on the public board here on my channel, but I'll also comment to let you know that you've won, okay? So you can redeem the gift, the prize. Okay. Now, done with all of that, we're welcoming in the Archangel in the north, south, east, and west. You have entered a sacred space, beloved. And the archangels have their sacred flames burning. I give thanks to my guides and keepers, your guides and keepers, for bringing us together, for allowing me to bring you these messages to serve you in your healing, your growth, and your journey. Yeah. Now let's begin. We'll start with Pisces. Right, Pisces, let's look at the recent past between you and your person. Now, this could be your zodiac sign, this could be your sun, moon, or your rising. This could be a placement that is quite dominant for you. Pisces could be quite dominant in your chart, or it could be your person's, right? It's been a very dreamy phase. So they're saying to me in the recent past, there's been some distance between you and this person. It's not going to be this distance in the same way for each and every one of you. Perhaps just distance in your daily life where you've just felt the gap. But for some of you, there's actual distance where you've not been in one another's lives. And you've been dreaming about this person. You've been thinking about them a lot. You've been daydreaming about them. This person is manifesting you. This person's manifesting you. This person could even be doing their own method to you. This is why you're in this dreamy state when it comes to them. What's happened in the recent past year is that the two of you were one another's wish fulfillment. Things happened very, very quickly. Very magical connection, very beautiful connection here. And what happened throughout the relationship has been based on healing being activated within both of you, and particularly your person. Sometimes when there's such a burst of healing being activated, their spirit is showing me like this burst, like a star bursting, and then it's sort of the impact pushes them away. But I'm also seeing them being pulled back in. All right. And when we're healing, when our wounds get exposed first, so that when the medicine is there and we're ready to heal, our wounds get exposed first. And this can sometimes be uncomfortable for the person, the individual, and you've obviously had this healing impact. You're a powerful energy in this person's life and vice versa. So you know that whatever has happened here needed to happen. Okay. But it has led to some distance. So what are their feelings for you right now? Their feelings for the Pisces collective. Yeah, feelings for the Pisces collective. Yeah, 7 of Wands. Very attracted to you, very passionate, but they're defensive. They're also... They're pushing away. They're trying to protect themselves here. This is a defensive energy. They're feeling defensive. They're feeling defensive about their desire, their passion, their feeling for you. The pull between you. There's a strong pull between the two of you, and they feel like they're trying to defend themselves here. And they are. Whenever they think of you, they're defending themselves. They're showing me that when they think of you, they have this argument in their head with you. They're defending themselves. Defending their actions, perhaps. This person really needs to come forward and just apologize. But it's as if they're afraid it's gonna... They're afraid to be wrong. They're afraid to be wrong because there's a deep-seated belief that if they're wrong, they don't deserve love. This is a mother wound. This is a mother wound. What are their thoughts? Their thoughts about you, Hermit. Their thoughts are that you're focused on yourself. You're not interested in a relationship and in love and in being available to a relationship. In that they're projecting onto you. Yeah, they also think that you're a soulmate. That you'll always they know they won't be able to shake this connection because it's a soul connection. And they're also dreaming about you, and they feel you with them all the time. So they think you're very, very spiritual, very gifted, and powerful. All right, what is fated to happen in this connection? What is fated? All right, what is fated between the two of you is self-love. Self-love, learning to love oneself. This is the karma between you that you've come to clear by being a part of one another's world, 3D world, being a part of one another's experience. And meeting one another is meeting yourself in a very, very sacred way. How you heal this connection is focus on your relationship with yourself. Loving yourself. Accepting the parts of yourself that you struggle to accept, because this is what's at the heart of what they're manifesting right now. Beautiful possibilities. Spirit is saying, your guides are saying, their guides are saying that it's fated that you realize that beautiful possibilities are always available, that it's within your power and it's within your reach, and all you have to do is be willing to believe in it regardless of the conditions. So this is a great challenge for your person as well. That's what's fated here. Will they come back? For those of you who are in separation, will they come back? So self-love. I love these cards. They're beautiful. I want to show them to you. Self-love and beautiful possibilities. Will they come back? The moon. Yes. Yes. They feel like they've burnt this bridge. And you're also wondering if there's still a bridge there. The universe, a new one will be created. If you're not in separation, but there's distance, and you're wondering if things will improve and if they'll take the next step with you, let's see. We've got the devil here. With the way that the energy is right now, where you are in relationship with yourself, where they are in relationship with themselves, both of you need to set yourself free from this devil energy for things to improve. I've got the devil and the moon here, and I don't like it. It's as if there are two versions of reality, and you need to decide which one you want to quantum leap into. You cannot have both. This is going to take a profound, very, very deliberate, energetic process, spiritual process. You need to decide and line up with it. You have to be willing to prioritize your personal growth here. Because they're saying to me that whilst you're focusing on this person and you're centering them, you're doing exactly what they're doing and avoiding your own inner calling. You understand? Your own work. What is calling you to rise, to step up. Let's get some advice for my Pisces collective from the Angels of Light. What is the advice for Pisces? What would serve? What would support Pisces through this process? Honesty. Yeah. Be honest with yourself, Pisces. The angel wisdom reminds you that your every thought, word, emotion and action is reflected in your aura. When you are honest, your aura is crystal clear. Everyone knows where they are with you and they feel totally safe. The angels suggest that you look within and purify any murky thoughts and feelings, untruths. When you are totally honest with yourself, you behave with integrity and dare to be open. For there is nothing to hide, people respect and trust you. As you radiate a resonance of honesty, people respond to you with openness and honesty in their turn. The affirmation that's being offered is, I am honest in thought, word, and deed. Put that in the comment section and claim this reading, claim this message. Beautiful soul. You are at a challenging crossroad between old beliefs and awakening to your ability to create your own reality. Your personal power here. And what you choose to do next determines what your world looks like moving forward. And you've got two very, very distinct realities running parallel or alongside one another that are different in a number of ways that you could, it's like there are two doors and you can step into either one depending on your consciousness. Okay, so your level of consciousness and your relationship with yourself. Beautiful Pisces, if this message resonates with you, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Thank you so much for being here. Take good care of yourself and I'll see you next time. Okay, we're moving on to Gemini. Gemini. We're taking a look at everything you need to know within this connection, about this person and your connection. Their feelings, what's happened in the recent past, their thoughts about you and the relationship, what is fated, what the karma is you need to be aware of. Will they come back? Will they take the next step? And then some advice from the angels of light at the end. So what has happened in the recent past year has been indecision. Your person struggles to be faithful. There was a bit of wondering, a wandering eye, and putting you in a position where you feel like insecure, you know, and like you're a choice. Should they stay or should they go? This is a third-party situation that's come up. And I've got the number 15, which is reduced to the number 6. So that could be a reconciliation. Maybe reconciling with you in the recent past, but it's not completely closing the chapter with the other person or vice versa. You also have the number 28, which is... Number 28 is this is about money, this is about security, this is about abundance, and how this person navigates and meeting with themselves, seeing themselves and how their actions impact currency, personal currency. But also the 28 is reduced to a 10, which means a chapter needs to be closed. Is it with you or is it with the other person? All right. Let's look at their feelings for you. Page of Swords. Feelings are not great. They're thinking about you. They're thinking about the relationship, but this person is not in their heart space. This is not love. Feelings for the other person, I'm curious. Yeah. King of Cups. Page of Swords is feelings for you, dear. King of Cups is feelings for the other person. If you're familiar with tarot, you already know what this means. Page of Swords is childlike, immature. Swords it's what, you know, it's thoughts, the idea of loving you. It's not real love. It's immature. It's King of Cups, though, is the King of Cups, which is a cup, it's love, and this is a king. It's mature, it's developed. The king has come a longer way than the page, you understand? The king has more authority than the page as well, so there might be history between them and the other person. Based on this, my dear, they're in love with the other person. Their thoughts about you, what are their thoughts about you and the connection? Knight of Swords. They either need to cut this out, or they need to cut out the other connection, so that you obviously have something to offer them that's very, very attractive right now. Maybe it's the idea of anonymity, because you don't know them as well, whereas the other person knows them and so sees right through them. Maybe the other relationship challenges them. Could be money, could be an opportunity, but for some reason they think that the relationship with you is worth it, even though their heart's not yet in it. Their thoughts about the other person and the other relationship. Mental turmoil. Yeah, this person is very mentally immature, and they're actually they're just confusing themselves and everybody else. Mental turmoil, they go back and forth. I think that this person either has a personality disorder or struggles mentally, so they cannot see things clearly. And this is why they've got two different kinds of connections, and they still cannot find clarity. This is the universe's way of showing them that you've got a problem. You probably need to step away from relationships and focus on yourself. What is fated here? This feels very karmic. What is fated? Sometimes they think the other person is great. Sometimes they think the other person is a monster. They go back and forth with that. Maybe they're trying to get away from the other person, but they're still emotionally attached. What is fated between the two of you? What is a karma here that you're meant to clear? Yeah. Red flags. Red flags, dear. Yeah, this is karmic. This person is a physical manifestation of your red flags, dear. When we have had a chaotic childhood, and the adults in our lives we couldn't rely upon them to be stable or consistent. Our world became very chaotic because we didn't know what would happen next or what to expect next. This is parents with addiction, mental health issues. It could be a number of things, but there's no stability. When we grow up in chaos as children, we learn to develop a keen capacity to create fairy tales, to cope, to feel like we're okay. It's a form of escapism, and there's a tendency that you have to do this even in relationships, because of what you grew up in. There's a part of you that doesn't trust or believe that the alternative exists. This person is a manifestation of that wound. This is a karmic soulmate that is coming to show you the ways how you overlook red flags and recreate the chaos that you and your nervous system got used to in childhood. Red flags, dear. It is fated that you recognize and notice them and set yourself free. So, if you and this person are in separation, will they come back? Will they come back to you? If they've left you to be with the other person, will they come back? Yes. Yes, Knight of Cups. They will come back. And they will apologize and they will tell you they made a mistake. But I fear that this might just be a pattern that they go back and forth until someone decides they're done. If they're with you, will they take the next step with you? If you're together, but you're wondering, are they going to go back to the other person, or are they taking the next step with you? Let's see. Yeah, they're not taking the next step. 9 of Swords in reverse. It's going to be back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Just when it feels like things are moving forward to the next step, they'll go back, and then you'll be in a state, and then just when you start putting the pieces together so you can move forward on your own, they'll come back. And that's how it'll go until you put a stop to it. Okay. Now, of course, this is a general reading. It's for a collective. If you're not sure, you can get a personal reading, okay, to take a closer look into your situation and to get absolute clarity for you so you can make an informed decision moving forward. Let's get advice for my Gemini. Advice for my Gemini. Vulnerability. Only the brave and the open-hearted dare to allow themselves to be vulnerable, for it requires courage to take down all walls and expose your humaneness. Your angel guidance is to become aware of your defense mechanisms, which keep you separate from others and the divine. Ask your angels to help you dissolve your masks and barriers so that your fragile true self can emerge like a butterfly from its cocoon. The reward is freedom, love, and a sense of inner safety. So dare to be vulnerable and open. Now you may be asking yourself, well, what does that mean? I think I am being vulnerable. But maybe the reason why you maintain this, why this kind of relationship and situation is comfortable for you, is because it's a drama that you are familiar with, that you feel you can control. If you open yourself up to something that you've never had before, that you're afraid, that you want so deeply and desperately, you run the risk of, what if it doesn't work out? What if you never get to have that? And then it validates and confirms a fear that you have, that you don't deserve it, that it doesn't exist for you. What if you succeed, but you make a mess of it? Your affirmation is, vulnerability is my strength. Beautiful message for you there, Gemini. Well, my darling, this is an interesting situation that you find yourself in. This was very specific, so for those who this message was not for, I'm sure they clicked off very early on. But I wish you all the best with this, and you do have resources and you can get support. You can contact me for spiritual coaching if you want to learn to heal, work through, and tune into your personal power, how to navigate the situation in a way that honors you. Details are in the description box below. Whatever you do, do what is best for you. Love and light. See you next time. Let's move on to Taurus. All right, my beautiful Taurus collective, we're taking a look at this connection. Everything you need to know about it. Now, you could be the Taurus, your person could be the Taurus, both of you could be a Taurus. And we're looking at the recent past, their feelings, their thoughts about you, the connection, the karma that you should be aware of in this connection, what is fated between you. Will they come back if you're in separation? And will they take the next step if you're not? To move the relationship forward, will they do that? And then at the end, I'm going to get some advice for you from the angels of light. So that's what your reading is about. So we'll start with the recent past. We've got the number 2, practicalities. You've had to make some tough choices, and you feel like you made the choice in this relationship that made the most practical sense. You've realized a couple of things about yourself and your person with regards to money. They've come into money, and you've been aware of how this has changed them, or you've seen a side of them around their relationship with money that is interesting. And you wonder what this means for you. You've got the number 31 as well. It's a number 4. You've been looking in the mirror a lot more and wondering about your self-worth and your finances. So I'm getting a sense that in the recent past you've been quite dependent on this person, or yeah. Perhaps you've been hoping for support that you did not get. Or you got support but it wasn't in the way that you hoped. Interesting. But something good happened, and they're saying, your question is, but we still don't seem to be happy in the way that I think we should be. Let's look at their feelings for you, Taurus. Their feelings for you. King of Cups. This person loves you. And you've really been wondering about your capacity to love yourself. It looks like everything is good, but still you don't seem to be happy. You're struggling with something, or they're struggling with something. Okay? Could be both of you in one way or another. But this person loves you. The King of Cups can be stubborn sometimes. Perhaps they have more sovereignty, free reign to do all. They get to make all the decisions and you just have to go along with it. I don't feel like you're very empowered. Even though there are a lot of good things happening, there's a sense of disempowerment. And I'm not sure that it's your person's responsibility to empower you, I think. What is being highlighted is that you and your capacity to empower yourself is coming into question. Now, this could be them. This could be you, right? The roles could be reversed, so take it as it resonates. What are their thoughts about you? The Sun. Look at that. I got the Sun twice. They feel like they're lucky to have you. They're happy. They feel blessed. Like everything's going to work out. Did they get a better deal here than you did? I'm not sure. But something for me, it feels like you're not happy. Or they're not happy secretly, even though they should be. They think they should be because of the conditions. Because of what your lives together look like. Let's look at what's fated here. What is fated between them? Oh, that one fell up. Release the desire to control. Is this you? Is this your person? Someone's being challenged here with control issues. It's control that is destroying, squeezing the life out of the relationship, energetically, emotionally. It's having an impact on someone emotionally. The lesson here is around things and money and how happiness comes from a different place. Someone is telling themselves that everything is great and I'm happy, but they're not really happy. Control comes from a place of fear and insecurity. All right. So this is an anxious attachment style here. It's a push and pull between you and this person. Someone is anxious, the other one is avoidant. This relationship has come to highlight where the healing and the growth needs to take place. And I think that somebody in this relationship is avoidant of that process, of that work, of the responsibility to do that. Will they come back? If you guys are in separation, will they come back? I don't feel like this collective is in separation, but everybody's story is different. So there could be some of you. So I'm gonna pull for that anyway. Will they come back? Yes, they will. We've got justice. Right? Things will come into balance and harmony. If you are in separation, this is just the universe giving you an opportunity to realize that you should be focusing on yourself and working on your attachment style. Yeah, because somebody's in turmoil, in conflict and mental conflict. Will they take the next step? Maybe you want the relationship to go to the next step. Maybe you've told yourself that you'll feel better, you'll feel more secure, you'll be happier. Insecurity is a big thing coming up here. No, dear. No. The next step in this relationship, based on where the two of you are right now, is dangerous. It's not healthy. I feel like someone is under a spell here. I feel like someone is under a spell, either of their own making. It is a spell of their own making, and they need to set themselves free from it. The devil in reverse, but they don't want to. They want to stay in the fantasy and the illusion, even though what is going on inside of them is screaming. There's a part of them that is screaming and saying, I'm not happy. This is not right. We need to fix this. So, this is the message I'm getting here, is that someone is struggling with either with trauma, unresolved trauma, or their nervous system. Maybe this is someone that has a personality disorder that's not been diagnosed, or a mental health issue that's not been diagnosed, or a neurological state. Maybe this is someone that is neurospicy, that is not paying attention to what their body's telling them. I'm struggling. And perhaps just getting support with that is going to make all the difference here. Otherwise, whoever this is going to continue to sabotage any good thing that comes in. I've got the sun here, dear. You are very, very lucky, very blessed. Your person, maybe both of you. The sun came out twice. Why do you feel this way? I feel like you feel like there's an imposter inside of you ruining everything. You need to get the help, get the answers, and understand what's happening with you, and then get some support. This is a health or a nervous system or a brain thing that if you just stop trying to ignore it and avoid it, will change your entire world. Let's get some advice from the angels of light for this collective, for Taurus. The angels of light, communication. Communication. The angels remind you that being spiritual is about being genuine and honest. When you speak from the heart, others feel the resonance of truth and they trust you. Speak positively, focus on the good in life, and you will be happier and healthier. Communication is a two-way process. Listen with interest and respond openly. This will improve all relationships. Communicate constantly with Source using prayer, which is asking, and meditation, which is listening. Always keep channels of communication open. Be a bridge to others, their hearts and their minds. Ask your angels to step into your aura and communicate in a higher way through you. This is about communication between you and your inner being. Do you understand? This is about being willing to communicate deeper truths. You need to talk to someone, dear. All right? If this resonates with you. I communicate clearly and honestly. That is your affirmation. Put it in the comment section if you claim this reading. So this reading went back and forth a lot. The two of you are mirroring one another a lot, and so this could resonate for you, or you could see the story in your person's behavior, but it is your story in one way or another. Remember, I said someone is bypassing or wanting to ignore or not acknowledge something. I feel like you're doing that, my dear, in one way or another. Do not make that mistake. Our blind spots, yes, they exist for a reason to protect us, but they're also what hinders us when we're ready to stop surviving and start thriving. To be truly happy, you need to be willing to face your shadows. And if you want to do that, you can contact me. All right. Book a coaching session with me and begin to understand what's happening and the best way forward for you. Perhaps a course of coaching sessions and having that ongoing support would make all the difference. Whatever you choose to do, do what is best for you, love and light, and I will see you next time. Bye now.